So I have prepared for y'all about a 15-minute talk. So just go with me on this journey and trust me. I promise to offer some value and a piece of wisdom before, by the time you end tonight with me, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and begin. The Latin root for the word spring, which comes from many languages and variations of ancient English, is particularly relevant to our discussion today. It symbolizes not just a season, but a period of growth, renewal, and transformation, mirroring our own journeys. From Old English, to leap up, to jump. Middle English, to burst forth, to fly up, spread, grow. Germans, to move, hasten, spring. Sanskrits, to desire eagerly, and Greeks, to hurry. Today we are here to celebrate spring and what the season entails: transition, action, and transformation. Thank you for holding space and creating space with me to share with you all. Before we get into it, I invite you all to take a moment to appreciate your journey and the seasons you've experienced, the positive, the negative, and even the mundane. Like Miss Sheba said, even our weeds. Please take a moment to treasure it all because it brought you this far. Those moments you doubted yourself and questioned if you'd make it through. The moments you kept your word to yourself and the ones you did not. The moment your kid, spouse, or job tested your patience and you passed. The moments that you failed too. The moments you rose to the challenge and exceeded your own expectations. Those moments you kept your crown held high amid spiritual warfare. Those moments you wanted to quit, yet you persevered through adversity. Can we just take a moment to give all of ourselves a hand for making it this far? And every version of ourselves too, not just the spring version, but the winter, the fall, the summer. We did it. We did not give up. And I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of myself. And I just want you to thank yourself. I want you to thank your mind, your heart, your soul, and your body for being resilient and for your ability to adapt unceasingly. Kiss your brain for keeping up with those important minor details. Take a moment to appreciate every season you've walked and grown. The seasons of letting go and shedding old skin that no longer serves. The seasons of harvesting and sowing new seeds. The seasons of becoming an entirely new being. The seasons of blooming and blossoming into a new version of yourself. Spring equinox is upon us, the season of rebirth and harmony. Welcome to the spring of the city. Spring represents a new beginning, a time when things bloom after long periods of struggle. It also represents action, expedited action. Each season of our lives is imperative to our evolution at an individual and a collective level. Nature's seasons and phases coincide with the 5 stages of change we humans experience: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. Change is much more layered and complex than we realize. Because we have gained the desire to change, that change will just emerge instantaneously. We assume that she will show up overnight just because we wish for her. Ignorance. Isn't she bliss? Yet long-lasting change is much more complex than that, just like us humans. Some of us do not leave the contemplation stage and remain there until we die. We often only associate change with action. This feeling of momentum is why we feel so vibrant in the springtime. The evidence of our growth appears. Our flowers blossom like roses in concrete. But let us not lose sight. Without those winter harvests and rainy days, we would not enjoy the flower and sunshine amongst us. Let the rain wash away what does not serve. Remember that when it does not look like you're growing or shedding dead weight, that does not mean that you are not. Change occurs in phases, stages, and seasons like Mother Nature. Each stage or season is valuable to your journey. I encourage you to look to nature to better understand the world around you and within. As the philosopher Spinoza once said, look to nature to know God. This quote reminds us that the natural world can teach us profound truths about ourselves and our places in the universe. It's a call to look beyond our immediate surroundings and consider the broad context in our lives. Tonight is not just about my individual experience or me giving a basic-ass speech. Tonight is about community and connection. We all share a connection over this universal experience, life. Tonight we hold space for unity and our interconnectedness. I couldn't get on this stage tonight and ignore the elephant in the room. Right now we live in a sensitive, politically charged time. People are more on edge, burnt out, poor, exhausted, angry, tested, and separated than ever. All of us in this room included. A sign of the times, as my Nana would say. But in this shared experience, we find our unity. This separation and hyper-independence are not directly at the fault of any one person. Like an animal species, we are evolving. Each generation is creating tomorrow, today. Just a collective story with many characters, agendas, and choices that all affect one another. We Americans have become an individualistic society, and this separation is the root of much of our dysfunction and imbalance to our ternary well-being. Ternary well-being is not just about physical and mental health, but also spiritual well-being. Many of us fight with our whole being, trying to be good all the time. And when we do something like be human and err, we label ourselves bad. This dualistic thinking is causing us to feel unimagined pressures, creating a false narrative of reality and keeping us from being in unity within. We are not encouraged or even aware of how to live a ternary or holistic life, one that embraces the care and health of our entire being, a lifestyle that considers our minds, bodies, and souls. Our societal standards and cultural norms push and require the opposite. So before I get vulnerable and share my journey, do I have permission to go beyond the surface with you? Cool. For those that are in agreement with me, please close your eyes and take a deep breath. Please take a moment to reflect on how you could live your life more cooperatively and in the service of others. And I don't just mean the people you love. I mean the people you really don't like. How are you in conflict with the things that hold you back and what pushes you forward? Are you at odds within and with the world? How are those internal conflicts manifesting in your day-to-day actions and thoughts? How can you live more in unity within and with the world around you? Are your thoughts and outlooks aligned and moving you toward what you want and your authentic self, or are they keeping you further away? Are these conflicts with your inner and external worlds worth your peace of mind and personal sovereignty? Genetically, the human species, despite their ancestral background, have more similarities than differences. And I'm confident that could be said about the emotional, intellectual, sexual, and physical aspects of our lives. We are the only creatures like ourselves. We have intellectual capacities like having thoughts about our own thoughts. We walk upright. We create what we imagine. We have the ability to form opinions about opinions, love, desire, hate, and seek something beyond us. I encourage you to carry this food for thought tonight in this room while connecting, and especially when you leave this room and return to our daily lives. Earth is each of our homes. We are better together than apart, and right now we need one another more than ever. Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Please open your eyes and let's get into it. I will admit, I was shocked and astonished when Kadir asked me to join him on this project. Maybe even a bit confused, honestly. Why? Well, because, Kadir has known me since I was 19 years old. And I was very self-conscious, self-righteous, arrogant, the hardest working, lazy person you'd meet. So free, yet so enslaved. An antisocial, social butterfly. A light to the world, but truly unhappy within. Angry with the world, yet so in awe of God's presence in nature and the beauty around me. A strong, yet vulnerable, sensitive, forced to be hypermasculine, yet independent, a walking oxymoron. In layman's terms, I was an asshole, or maybe more of an asshole than I am today. I am right now springing into an entirely new version of myself, or maybe the most authentic version of myself before all the pain, shame, and false narratives I told myself, and the trauma that my brain tricked me into thinking and believing. I'm finally coming into true harmony with my entire being, putting in the self-work to become a version of myself I have contemplated and wished for years. A version of myself that I enjoy being around, trust, and am proud to be. A version of myself that I love and admire. I have slowly begun to free myself from the weight of self-hate, grief, and shame. Yet Kadir didn't know that when he called me. We haven't spoken in a while. Tonight was actually the first time I've spoken to Kadir in probably 4 or 5 years. And there's been times, actually, the shoot that we did, that I could just see myself so clearly, that I was just so triggered and afraid. We were doing a photo shoot. He's a photographer, and he always wants to shoot with me. And I was like, yeah, fine, all right, let's do it. And honestly, I was a bitch that day. And I don't even know why he invited me to do this today, because he has not seen this new version of me. But I'm truly honored, and I'm grateful to be here. And Kadir, I just want to say thank you for seeing me all the time. You've always seen me past myself, seen me before I seen me, accepted me when I didn't accept myself, and that means a lot to me. Kadir has consistently shown up. And, I was really on defense, tense, hypercritical to myself and even those I loved. I'm sorry, Mom. He was no exception to experiencing that version of me, And so I just, I'm truly grateful. And I just want to express that gratitude. Destiny, you didn't know me as well. And I just want to say thank you for seeing me and trusting the people that sold me to you, because I hadn't spoke to them in a long time. And I was just in a lot of doubt. But an old mentor told me, be careful of the pointing finger, because as it points to you, it often points back. And the same shit I'm telling you, I'm telling myself. I realized I was experiencing a moment of doubt. I was judging and shaming myself for faulting, not knowing what I did not know, for being human. I was carrying a weight that did not serve, a weight that he was not even carrying. I forgot everything I had studied, fought tooth and nail to get to this point, disregarding all the work I put into myself over the last year especially, disrespecting my own progress, not loving or honoring my stages of change. I was creating an internal conflict within, not in a state of union, and not embracing my entire being, which will affect how I carry myself into the world. And it could have affected me on this stage tonight, but I chose to show up. I was not embracing my whole essence, my seasons and phases, my rainy and snowy days, my weeds, my flowers, my seasons of sowing seeds and harvesting. Progress is not perfect. Change is not a straight line path. It has turns, curves, and spirals. Cheers to us all. Cheers to embracing all of our seasons, but especially spring. Cheers to the spring in our lives. And I'm wishing you all a happy new year, because if you didn't know, this is the real new year, and a happy spring equinox. Thank you.